Going on, people? Super King Ghidorah here again, finally with some more Dinosaur Diaries, because I don't really get time to update when there's a quiet environment, and I have that. So I'm about to get this one and the next dinosaur done, hopefully. But today we're bringing to you our world's smallest dinosaur. You see it in the title. I'm pretty sure there's no need to disguise who it is. It's the tiny, terrible ankle biter, Compsognathus Longipes, or is it Longipes? Yeah, I think it's Compsognathus Longipes. Hey, it's ready, everybody. Say hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Compsognathus to the park.
Okay, so before we continue, first I'd like to apologize for my console's loud noise you're probably most likely hearing in the background. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it don't. And we're on my speed build of Isla Nublar. Oh, isn't it fantastic? Anyway, let's get into this. Let's find some compies. Let's start with you because you're the leader. Whew. Let's Compsognathus means elegant jaw. The code name for it used in the park is Compy. Ooh wee, I'm already making mistakes. Diet is obviously carnivore, if you've seen what it did to Dita Stark in The Lost World. Occasional scavenger, meaning it'll eat from the kills of bigger animals, whatever it can find lying around. Has a height of 30 centimeters, 12 inches. It's a foot tall, basically. And it has a length of 1 meter, meaning it's 3 feet. I think that'll make it a yard long too, wouldn't it? Because a yard is 3 feet, right? And this song, you hear this song? Y'all just like tinily, terrifyingly, and adorable. It's like adorably terrifying. Yes, that's the word. Look at them scamper. Let's see who else. Let's go to somebody else. Let's see what this little guy's gonna do. Alright, so they weigh anywhere from 0.83 to 3.5 kilograms, which is 1 to 7 pounds. Like, they're excellent for bench pressing if you're a little kid and you're just starting out. They're excellent for bench pressing if you can get past the gnawing and the biting. They have a range of Isla Nublar and Isla Sorna, thanks to the Jurassic World movie, but it's already been hypothesized that the compies were on Isla Nublar, just not seen due to their, very small nature. Birth type is egg. Movie appearances would be Jurassic Park. Promotional photo only, but we know they were there. We know they were there. The Lost World Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park 3. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Battle at Big Rock. Notable game appearances would be Jurassic Park The Game, The Lost World Jurassic Park, Lost World Jurassic Park The Game, arcade game, Warpath Jurassic Park, where you can eat them, you can grab them and eat them, but the copies are actually kind of big for that game. Oh, you sleep, nobody want to see that. They want to see them running around. Oh man. He went in the grass. The other one's finally showing up. Yeah, it is. Jurassic Park Builder, Lego Jurassic World, and finally here, Jurassic World Evolution. That's the smallest thing in the game. Blades of grass are taller than it. When it runs in the water, it doesn't drown. Reminds me of that one level, the PlayStation version, where you had to swim. That was insane. It has theme park appearances, which is Islands of Adventure, I'm sorry. In the movie Lost World, it was referred to as Compsognathus triassicus. If I remember right. If I remember correctly, that's what that man called it, right? Compsognathus triassicus. Ascus, I'm sorry. Enough being childish, people. Let's get into some this history and stuff we got. Says that Compsognathus is one of the smallest known dinosaurs that was first featured in the Lost World Jurassic Park. This little pack hunter probably ate bugs and small lizards. In fact, the first skeleton of this dinosaur had the remains of its last meal, a lizard, in its stomach. Compsognathus is one of those dinosaurs on which some controversy swirls. Some paleontologists feel that, like the much larger Tyrannosaurus, the little Compsognathus had only 2 fingers. Interesting. The little Compsognathus, others feel strongly that it had 3. Since there are only 2 known fossils and the bones are not perfectly preserved and articulated as they were in life manner, it may take more discoveries to solve this issue. Yeah, you look at the little guy. You just want to pick him up and take him home, don't you? Compsognathus is considered an important leak in the study of bird evolution. The original fossil of this dinosaur was found in the same place as Archaeopteryx, the early feathered reptile. Compsognathus shares a number of characteristics with this creature, but Compsognathus did not appear to have feathers. This is one of those interesting dinosaurs where scientists hope to find more specimens to learn the answers to many questions. Okay. Another thing, am I saying it right though? Is it Compsognathus or is it Compsognathus? Because it's one of those words, one of those names that you could say either or, like Diplodocus, Diplodocus, you know what I'm saying? So let me know if I'm saying it right. Somebody tell me what's the correct pronunciation, because I'm either going to keep saying Compsognathus or switch in between Nathus and Nathus, depending on how I feel like saying it, I guess. Compsognathus was created by InGen inside their compound on Isla Sorna, where the juveniles were taken care of by the workers there. It was green in color, having multiple shades with dark striping across their back. Some also seem to have shades of red and blue as well, and have a yellow underbelly. Like all of InGen's clone theropods, the clone Compsognathus had pronated wrists and lacked end feathers. The Compy clones seem to have only functional 2 fingers on their pronated hands and a vestigial 3rd finger, which was once believed to true, at least having only 2 fingers anyway, based on a fossil, but a different fossil showed it had 3 functional fingers in life instead, making InGen's copies inaccurate. Interesting. Oh great, I lost my place. I hate when I do that. I found it. It is slightly larger than the original, being 1.5 meters, 5 feet in length instead of 1.2 meters, which is 4.2 feet. The Compies lived on a diet of lizards, insects, and would sometimes scavenge if given the opportunity. But the clone Compsognathus would use a unique way of pack hunting to kill prey larger than them. Oh. I'm sorry, people. I have notifications turned on for this Discord I'm in Jurassic World Alive. I'm sorry. I hope that's not a constant thing. We'll allow it this time, but I'm hoping it's not a constant thing. If not, I'm going to just have to... You know what? I'm going to just put my phone on silent. It says that the clone Compsognathus will use a unique way of pack hunting to kill prey larger than them. A Compy pack will send a scout to confront the potential prey, and while the intended target interacts with the scout, the rest of the pack rushes in and overwhelms their victim, aka Dita Stark. Oh man, they did him so bogus though. He had it coming though, because of what he did to the first Compy. I felt like what they did to him was like payback. And they could have been hungry, but I definitely felt like that was payback. Okay, now we're going to go to the Isla Sorna incident of 1997. And here it states, when the Bowman family went to Isla Sorna for vacation, Kathy Bowman encountered a Compsognathus scout on one of the island's beaches. She liked the small dinosaur and fed it some food, but to her and her family's horror, the rest of the pack emerged from the nearby forest. To Kathy, though, she survived the attack. To attack Kathy, even though she survived the attack. My reading is horrible still. Y'all, I hope y'all it's just taking liberties with this, like y'all excusing me. That's what I mean to say. When Kathy's parents sued InGen for the injury she sustained from the dinosaurs, this set course the events of Isla Sorna incident of 1997, when InGen CEO John Hammond was fired and succeeded by his nephew, Peter Ludlow. And he had hired a team to go capture the dinosaurs living on Isla Sorna for Jurassic Park San Diego, of which he wanted to revive. During the hunter's capture of the dinosaurs on the game trail, Hunter Dieter Stark encountered a compy whom he attacked with his taser for the fun of it. Asshole. Dinosaurs have rights too, you know. Hashtag Dino Lives Matter in the comments, people, if you think dinosaurs have rights too. Hashtag Dino Lives Matter. Come on, say it with me, people. Oh my god. Get out the trees, compies. The hunters captured several Compsognathus, and 2 of them were showcased by InGen CEO Peter Ludlow during his transmission to the board of his company. The gatherers later freed at least 3 compies from the encampment. Oh, they did? They did. I feel like I remember that, but at the same time, I'm not so sure. The individuals in Ludlow's tent were most likely killed when the captured Triceratops freed by the gatherers. Oh, meaning they got trampled. It is unknown what became of the individuals and whether God. And whether or not they survived the chaos in the camp. I'm probably sure they did. Compies are actually resilient little creatures. For the stature of their size, they're really resilient. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did survive. When Dieter Stark went to urinate in the woods of Isla Sorna after the skirmish at the InGen Harvester encampment, he encountered another Compsognathus. He proceeded to tase it like he had done the previous one he encountered before. This individual turned out to be a scout, and his pack pursued Dieter, who had gotten lost in the woods. They attacked once he tripped on the slope while trying to get back to his group. He managed to survive the attack and scared the pack away once he had removed them from his body, but the pack soon returned to attack Stark again, and at a stream where the compy succeeded in killing him. They got that some bitch, well I tell you. Dino Lives Matter. You gotta. That's what I liked about the franchise. No matter the size of the dinosaur, they were deadly. Even if it was a herbivore, they were deadly. Although we haven't seen a sauropod attack. I mean, who knows? Maybe that happened in Jurassic World 3. But they went out their way to show that the dinosaurs themselves are dangerous individuals. Even something as small as the Compsognathus. Now, if we was to skip to the Isla Sorna incident of 2001, we will learn that during his stay on Isla Sorna, 12-year-old Eric Kirby, who somehow survived 8 weeks on a dino-infested island, but we're not going to get into that. Eric Kirby learned to use Tyrannosaurus urine to repel dinosaurs such as Compsognathus. Compsognathus were present during the battle with the Spinosaurus and Tyrannosaurus Rex, as the smaller dinosaurs ran for their lives as the 2 theropods fought to the death. When Dr. Alan Grant visited the truck that Eric was living in, a pack of compies arrived near their location, but did not attack them, instead fed on some insects. Moving on to Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, as we didn't see them in the Jurassic World, I bet you it was kind of a hard thing to keep the compies out of the area where the people were because they were so small. I think they probably would have had problems with that at first, and that's probably in this when they probably maybe established some concrete fencing to keep like a barrier, because you know them compies would have kept getting in even if they I don't know the correct. Oh, I'm stumbling over my words. I hate when I stumble over my words when I'm trying to talk to you all. But basically, the compies would have been some hard little suckers to keep out of the park initially. Now, in Fallen Kingdom, it is revealed that there are surviving Compsognathus populations on Isla Nublar, but they will now face an impending danger alongside many other creatures in the form of an eruptive volcano. They are seen running alongside several other species from Mount Sibo. Several Compsognathus have been rescued from the island alongside many other species, and they are later seen running out of Lockwood Manor after Maisie released all the captured animals. They eventually eat some of Eli Mills' remains after the latter was killed and devoured by the T-Rex. And at Battle of Big Rock, the Compsognathus makes a brief cameo in the short chasing a little girl during the end credits. Oh yeah, you know that little scene? It was that video. Initially, it was a chicken that this little girl was trying to feed, and she was kind of scared of it or something like that, and she ran and it chased her. Well, they like replaced that footage with a compy, which was fitting because compies are basically around the size of a chicken. They're like chicken-sized dinosaurs, basically. So I found that hilarious, by the way. That was quite cute. That was cute. Moving on to an interesting section that we really don't get that much of is vocalizations that you have constantly been hearing here. And the compies have one of the interesting sounds in the Jurassic Park franchise. If I had to have a top 10 or at least a top 5 dinosaur sounds, the compies would definitely be top 5 in interesting dinosaur sounds. Moving on, though, it says that the Compsognathus was created by engine inside the compound in Isla Sorda, where the juveniles were taken care of by the workers there. It was Dr. Laura Sorkin's favorite dinosaur because it reminded her of the chickens owned by her family on the farm. A little telltale nod there. In her journal, she said that the Compsognathus' genetic structure was very similar to birds and was surprised they lacked feathers. When a compy became a few months old, it would be shipped to live as an attraction for Engine's Jurassic Park on the nearby island of Isla Nublar. The Compsognathus lived in the self-titled Compsognathus paddock, which was planned for phase 1 of the park. You know, it says vocalizations, but I think we're reading something entirely different here, people. Oh, wait. I see. It has a little link here to the sound of it, but hey, you're getting the vocalizations here anyway. Moving on to the Isla Nublar incident of 1993, when Dennis Nedry shut down Jurassic Park security systems, most of the electrified fences that kept the dinosaurs of the park and the paddocks went offline, including the Compsognathus paddock. Unlike most of the dinosaurs, the Compsognathus had very little importance in the incident. Now, this seems to be talking about the Telltale version because of what I'm about to say right here. During Nema Cruz's trek with Dr. Jerry Harding and his daughter, who Nema held hostage, Jerry saw many Compsognathus. Several compies were also inside and outside the visitor center on that same day, presumably to scavenge the carcasses of the rescue teams hired by engines that were killed by the Troodon. Now, I don't know if you guys count it as canon or soft canon or want to associate with the franchise or all, but the Dinosaur Diaries covers everything that has to do with the dinosaur associated with anything entitled Jurassic Park or World. So, we're going to continue. We're going to continue with this segment. Just bear with it, I guess. Two Compsognathus ran past Nema. Several were scared off by the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Roberta, you mean Rexy? God. Her name is Rexy, not Roberta. Gosh. Scared off by the T-Rex in the jungles where Daniel Cafaro's helicopter was located. Two Compsognathus ran past Nema and she was just walking up from it when she was knocked unconscious by Oscar Morales. It is unknown what happened to the compies populations on Isla Nublar after the incident of 1993. Compsognathus is also featured as a common enemy in the majority of the early Jurassic Park action games. Speaking of, you got the Jurassic Park NES game. where it says the Compsognathus appears as an enemy in this Jurassic Park NES game, save for the SNES game, which is Super Nintendo, Entertainment System, respectively. It appears in this game. Now, for the Jurassic Park PlayStation game, which was my second Jurassic Park game, because my first Jurassic Park game was actually on the Sega Genesis, where the Compies were a little annoying enemy that could bite Dr. Grant and the Raptor. But here, the Compy was actually kind of the truth, though, boy. He was, man, you remember the Carnotaurus level? Anyway, Compsognathus is the first playable character in the video game Lost World Jurassic Park for the PlayStation. It uses its leaping and evading movement to escape some of the larger predators. The character can suffer from high falling damage that would be contradictory to a small animal's ability to take higher falls. It is also able to swim and evade water predators. Its speed and jumping is what helps it survive the perils of the Lost World. Moving on to the Lost World Jurassic Park arcade game, the Compsognathus is an enemy in that game. A pack is seen near the beginning of the level feeding on the Stegosaurus carcass. You got the Jurassic Park 3 arcade game, which it appears as an enemy. I think it jumps out the screen or something like that, right? In Warpath, the Compy appeared as an edible creature that restored health. Herbivore characters simply attack it and will somehow regain health too. They were not listed in the museum along with Stegosaurus. Yeah, that was weird. Like, it made sense for the carnivores because they would catch it in their jaws and then eat it. The herbivores, like Styracosaurus for example, it would get hit and end up on his nasal horn, and you would just do like press another button, and it would just get health back. I don't know how to explain it. It was weird, okay? Jurassic Park Builder, Compsognathus is one of the available dinosaurs in this iOS application. In LEGO Jurassic World, Compsognathus is one of the 20 playable dinosaurs. In the game, it possesses the unique ability to enter special pipes called Compy tubes thanks to its small size, and is the smallest dinosaur in the game. Compsognathus also appears as a common enemy dinosaur, which often attacks in groups. Packs of Compsognathus also appear in obstacles that prevent access to certain objects, areas, or workers in peril. These packs do not attack, as their mere presence is enough to frighten the player-controlled characters from getting close. The only way to drive these packs away from the area is to use Eric Kirby's unique T-Rex scent ability to throw a flask of T-Rex urine that would drive away the Compsognathus, allowing the player to access whatever the pack was guarding. Unlike the Lost World film, Kathy Bowman's tragic encounter with the Compsognathus does not occur in the game, as the Bowman family encounter a T-Rex during the visit to Isla Sorna instead, which Deirdre Bowman feeds a hot dog while the family takes a picture with it. In the area of the hunter's campsite on Isla Sorna, the pack can rescue Dita Stark. The player, can rescue Dita Stark from a pack of Compsognathus by driving them away with Eric Kirby's T-Rex scent ability, allowing Stark to be unlocked for free play and to obtain a gold brick before being rescued while screaming for help. Dita Stark will call Robert Burke an idiot for his erroneous assertion that Compsognathus were dangerous. Like Dita Stark, 2 other workers in peril can be rescued from Compy packs on Isla Sorna's hunting planes and Isla Nublar's tour route exit, using Eric Kirby's ability to drive them away. In the breeding facility level, a Compy can be found swimming in one of the specimen tanks that Billy Brennan can take a photograph of, along 3 others. In order to earn a mini kit, 2 Compsognathus are also playable in the Velociraptor Escape bonus chase level, where they run through the breeding facility to escape the Velociraptors along with Grant, Paul, Kirby, and Udesky. Compsognathus also appear as minor enemies in the Spinosaurus Showdown level, attacking Grant, Amanda, and Eric as they assault Paul Kirby in the showdown with the Spinosaurus. One of the Compsognathus standing next to Grant, watching the Spinosaurus defeat, only for Grant to humorously order it to heal, causing the Compy to sit down. Hilarious. Hey, it made the sound. The sound that was the sound they made when Dita Stark had he had drove them away, and they ran away from him a little bit, right? And then they all like kind of did this adorable little motion and made that sound. I didn't think that sound was in the game, but there it is. Yes. In the parking garage level of Jurassic World, Gray Mitchell and Zach Mitchell find the sick Compsognathus in the abandoned visitor center's abandoned parking garage. After healing it by feeding it a candy bar, popsicle, and some meat, the thankful Compsognathus will befriend the pair, causing it to become a playable character for the rest of the level, and assist the Mitchell brothers in fixing one of the old Jurassic Park responder jeeps. After the Jeep is fixed and as the boys are driving out of the garage, the Compsognathus will step on the button of the garage door controls to keep the garage door open, preventing door from closing on the boys as they drive out of the garage. It will then wave goodbye to the boys as they drive off, then jump off the switch and leave as the surviving Robert Muldoon, Dennis Nedry, and Donald Gennaro, who in the game survived the events of Jurassic Park but are left stranded on the island, peek out from a broken down Jeep they were hiding out in. 3 Compsognathus skeletons also appear perched on top of the Jurassic World's Main Street fountain. Compsognathus can be unlocked by obtaining its amber brick in the mobile lab level. To obtain the amber brick, after Eddie Carr uses his truck wrench to stabilize the front car of the Fleetwood RV mobile lab, the amber brick on the top of the front car can be reached via climbing the handholds on the side. Compy skeleton's alternate skin can also be unlocked by collecting all 10 mini kits in the engine arrival level, which will also unlock the Compsognathus hologram in the Innovation Center in Jurassic World and Isla Nublar. Like all the dinosaurs in the game, a custom Compsognathus can be customized via the Dino customizers in both the Visitor Center and Innovation Center. Using certain parts of other dinosaurs can grant the player's custom Compsognathus with abilities such as the T-Rex head option will give the custom Compy a Lego Amber destroying roar, in addition to its own unique ability to use the Compy tubes. Whew, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? Who knew that the Compy was actually really vital in that game? Like, man. And then we move on to here, Jurassic World Evolution, as Compsognathus is a dinosaur that is featured in the Return to the Jurassic Park DLC. And looks exactly as it does in the films. Others, it is an enemy in Jurassic Park 3, Dino Defender. It was a plan to be in Jurassic Park Survival. It appears in Park 3 Park Builder, Jurassic Park the mobile game as an enemy, Jurassic Park 3 Danger Zone. Yeah. Copies, ever since their initial introduction, have found a way to be in everything. And I like to say that for the most part it has been for the better. What do you guys think? Okay, so what we have next is the Toy Line series, and it says that a Compsognathus figure was released as part of the Series 1 toy line for the Lost Sword alongside Dita Stark. This toy had a magnet in his mouth that could clip on to a magnet on Dita's chest, helping to recreate Dita's death scene from the film. For Jurassic Park 3, 2 figures of Compsognathus were released as part of the Jurassic Park 3 toy line, along with Alan Grant. For Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, 4 new figures of Compsognathus are released, along with Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, Robert Muldoon, and Ian Malcolm, with the last of the 4 set to be released in the summer as part of the Jurassic World Legacy Collection toy line, which are released alongside the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toy line. Ooh, we got some behind the scenes, man. Compy, I'm telling you, the Compy is a vital member. Like, I don't know, I might have to split this into 2 parts. It's starting to look like a Dilophosaurus thing. Well, this thing was nearly an hour long, bro. Damn, you can hear the Parasaurolophus. Either it wandered all the way over here, or that call was just very loud. So for its behind the scenes, it says that Compsognathus in the films fills the role of the assembly named assembly size Pro Compsognathus. Oh, whoa, they did wander over here. It said Dieter Stark's death at the hand of Compsognathus swarm in the Lost World Jurassic Park is based on John Hammond's death in which a pack of Compsognathus kills him while he is injured in the chapter Hammond 2 of the Jurassic Park novel. Curiously, in the behind-the-scenes video for the Compsognathus animatronics that attacked Dieter in the film, Christopher Cole, I don't know how to say it, of Stan Winston Studios refers to the Compies as Compsognathus. When Dr. Robert Burke encounters Dieter Stark with the Compsognathus during the capture of the dinosaurs on the game trail, he identifies it as Compsognathus triascus. There is no such species of Compsognathus known by this name. Rather, it was a combination of the genus Compsognathus and the species Compsognathus triascus. Though this is merely an error by the scriptwriters, it is unknown if there is a species with this name in the film canon or if it was simply an error that Dr. Burke made. Despite the possibility that the film's copies are actually Compsognathus, paleontologist and consultant for the films Dr. Jack Horner has said in the past that they were indeed Compsognathus. As a thank you to Steven Spielberg, Industrial Light and Magic created an animation that features a pack of Compsognathus wearing bow ties, top hats, and holding canes tap dancing. It was included in Beyond Jurassic Park and the Lost World Jurassic Park Blu-ray. I need to see that. I need to see that. That has to be adorable. The Lost World Jurassic Park popularized Compsognathus. Post the Lost World games like Tomb Raider 3 also feature Compsognathus as they are portrayed in the film. Wow. Nice. That is really nice. That is awesome, actually, by the way. And that will do it for our Tiny Terror Compsognathus. I hope you enjoyed this lengthy Dinosaur Diary on it as well as I have, as I'm hoping to see more antics from the Compsognathus in this third installment. As of late, they have really been on the sidelines, like just, cameos. So I hope that as for the last film in the series, if the rumor about another trilogy is just that, a rumor, then I hope the Compy gets to do something memorable other than just, killing Dieter Stark. But until then, y'all, I'll see y'all in the next Dinosaur Diary, which is going to be Euoplocephalus, if I remember correctly. Later, people.